Hello everyone, my name is Brad Florence. I'm going to be your instructor for this front-end web development class. I'll start off with telling you a little bit about myself. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science and information systems. I worked as a full-stack developer for a marketing company for a few years. I did freelance web development, software development, and database development work for about 5 years. I'm still doing that currently. I also currently work as a full-stack web developer for a local company by me, and we do events, online schooling, and marketing. In this front-end web development class, you will learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You will learn the essential tools needed to build your first website. And no matter where your career takes you, whether you want to go into software engineering, software development, full stack development, front end, back end, if you want to be a designer, a blogger, start your own business, or market for small businesses, no matter what you do, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript will provide useful. I use them every day in my career, and I have for years and years, no matter what type of software development job I had. You will need to learn some type of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So this course is the basic building blocks to web development and is absolutely essential. So I hope you guys enjoy. Lesson 1, Chapter 1, Understanding How the Web Works. So this lesson is going to cover the following topics. It's going to cover a brief history of HTML and the World Wide Web. We're going to talk about creating web content, understanding web content delivery. How does web content get to our screen when we search something online? Selecting a web hosting provider, testing with multiple browsers, creating a sample HTML file. We're going to talk about using FTP, or File Transfer Protocol, to transfer files. We're going to talk about understanding where to place files on the web server. We're going to talk about distributing content without a web server. And we're also going to talk about testing web content. So at the end of this lesson, we have some goals, which you should be able to do. So after going through reading Chapter 1, watching the corresponding videos, and then going through the PowerPoint presentation, you should be able to outline a brief history of the World Wide Web. You should be able to define the term web page and state why this term doesn't always reflect all the content involved. You should be able to explain how content gets from your personal computer to someone else's web browser. You should be able to explain how to select a web hosting provider. Explain how different web browsers and device types can affect your content. Explain how to transfer files to your web server using FTP. Explain where files should be placed on a web server. Explain how to distribute the web content without a web server. You should be able to explain how to use other publishing methods. And you should be able to state tips for testing the appearance and functionality of web content. Now, I know initially that may seem like a lot, but if you take it step by step and read Chapter 1, watch the corresponding videos, and go through the slides that are coming up next, I trust that you will be able to understand the basic way the web works. Up next, we have some slides, a PowerPoint presentation with audio on the slides that explain some important and key concepts that Chapter 1 will talk about. After the PowerPoint presentation, you will see me again for a brief summary video recapping what we learned. Enjoy the slides.